Have you ever witnessed a moment so beautiful, so pure, that the whole world seemed to stop breathing? Not on a television screen, not in a scripted drama, but in real life. A moment that unfolded without a script, without rehearsal, yet managed to stir the hearts of millions. November 15th, 2024, Shanghai International Circuit. The roar of engines filled the air. The cheers of the crowd merged with the pulse of opening music. That day was supposed to be just another race in the China GT Championship. But who could have guessed that it would become a turning point in the history of Chinese entertainment, and perhaps in a relationship between two stars who have long been the center of public fascination. Wang Yibo, once known primarily as a top-tier actor, idol, and the breakout star of the legendary drama The Untamed. Now, he stood at the starting line, not in front of camera, but behind the wheel of a race car. And somewhere in the VIP section, another man commanded the spotlight without even trying: Xiao Zhan. Two names once paired as Asia's most beloved on-screen duo, now in the same place, but separated by something far more complicated than distance. The atmosphere at the circuit that afternoon was thick with anticipation. Fans waved banners and screamed their idols' names. Yet beneath the noise, something felt different. TV cameras occasionally panned to Xiao Zhan, sitting quietly, his eyes locked on the track, his smile faint, almost imperceptible. The race began. The flag dropped. The cars shot forward like lightning. Wang Yibo started in 7th position. Not exactly the favored spot for victory. But who could say, was this just another race? Or a gamble with everything on the line? Lap after lap, Wang Yibo began to show something that left commentators speechless. His technique, his strategy, his composure through the sharpest corners, all of it felt like watching art in motion. One by one, he overtook his rivals until the final lap, when he made a daring move to seize first place, a maneuver so breathtaking it brought the entire audience to its feet. The crowd erupted in deafening cheers. Wang Yibo's name echoed across the stands. And then, the cameras caught something unexpected. Xiao Zhan, standing, looking toward the podium, as tears welled in his eyes. In that sea of noise, amidst thousands of cheers and flashing cameras, time seemed to slow. Xiao Zhan wiped at his eyes, but the tears kept falling. Were they tears of pride, tears of regret, or both? Wang Yibo stepped out of his car, pulling off his helmet, and walked toward the podium. The championship trophy awaited him. But before he took his rightful place at the peak of glory, he stopped. His gaze scanned the VIP section, and there it was, that moment when their eyes met. A small smile tugged at Wang Yibo's lips. He moved to the side of the podium and extended his hand toward Xiao Zhan. The crowd fell silent for a split second. Some fans held their breath. And when Xiao Zhan reached for that hand, Wang Yibo pulled him up onto the podium. In front of thousands of fans and millions watching live, Wang Yibo embraced Xiao Zhan. It wasn't just a hug. It was a gesture heavy with years of history. A story of shared laughter behind the scenes, of massive projects they conquered together, of a separation that was never fully explained, and perhaps of an unspoken longing. Xiao Zhan lowered his head, his shoulders trembling. His tears stained Wang Yibo's racing suit. Around them, the audience began to clap. Some fans wept openly. Social media exploded. Hashtags Xiao Zhan crying and hashtag Wang Yibo podium moment shot straight to the top of trending lists worldwide. To some, this was simply the purest form of support between friends. But to many others, it was proof that behind all the rumors of a falling out, behind the whispers of tension, there still existed a bond untouched by time or distance. Of course, the entertainment industry knows how to keep a good mystery alive. Neither star's management offered a clear explanation. The press tried to dig deeper, but close sources only smiled, as if they knew something that couldn't be said out loud. And we, the audience, are left wondering what really lies behind the curtain of their lives. After that embrace, Wang Yibo lifted the trophy high. Xiao Zhan stood beside him, his eyes still glistening, but this time with a broad smile. Cameras captured them from every angle. And for a brief, fragile moment. There were no rumors, no distance, no shadows from the past. Yet as the victory music faded, as the spotlight dimmed, and as they both stepped down from the podium, the question returned, quietly but insistently. Was this the beginning of a new chapter in their friendship? Or was it simply one beautiful moment born from a victory, destined to vanish with the roar of the crowd? One thing is certain, on that day in Shanghai, the world truly stood still.